Hi, hello, welcome back to The Roots. This is a video where I'm going to talk about a sloka. It's a fairly simple sloka where any of you, whether you're a child or a grown-up, all of you can learn this and recite this quite easily. So this sloka is about Hanuman, Anjaneya, as he's also known as. So he was born to this couple, Kesari and Anjani, and they both are uh, of monkey origin. So this baby is also of monkey origin, and it's supposed to have been a beautiful baby. So because it was so beautiful when it was born, that baby was named as Sundaran. Sundaran means someone that's very beautiful. And this is said to be the reason why the part of the Ramayana where they talk a lot about what Hanuman did, how Hanuman went to Lanka and so on, is called Sundara Gandam. So I thought before I get into the sloka, I'll tell you little bits of story around Hanuman. There are plenty of interesting stories about Hanuman, but let me share at least one or two here. So as a baby, when he was looking up the sky, he saw the sun, and it looked like a very juicy fruit to him, and he starts flying towards it to eat it. He wants to gobble up the sun. So he keeps flying, and at that time, Indradev, he keeps an eye, he watches this child, and he's always insecure. So he's always worried that there might be a competitor for his position, and hence he thinks that this child might be the next one who might compete with him for the position of Indra. So let's get rid of this child. And he just throws his weapon, Vajrayudham, and the child gets hurt, and the child falls down almost lifeless. And because Vayu Bhagavan, the wind god, is the celestial father of Anjaneya, he comes and scoops the child up and locks himself in a cave because he's quite upset and angry that this has been done to his child. So immediately, to remedy things, obviously, because if Vayu is not there, wind is not there, there's no way life can be sustained. So it's a genuine calamity at this time. Brahma and all other devas, they all descend and try to convince Vayu Bhagavan to come out and forgive, and they also say that they'll recover the child. So Brahma gets into the work of recovering the child. The child recovers and is back full of life. And then at that time, because it's almost like paying a penalty for what Indra did, all the devas, they keep blessing the child. So each of them bless him with health and knowledge and all that. And by the time it is Surya's turn, he's said to be the last to get his turn. And by the time it was his turn, he ran out of options because everyone has given him everything. So what else can I give? There's nothing more to give. But by this time, Anjani, the baby child's mother, is already there. So Anjani says to Suryadev that my son is quite naughty. He's quite a cheeky child. So I would rather that you educate him and you impart wisdom in him. And that is what I would ask you to bless him with. So Suryadev says, I don't have a problem educating him. However, I'm not stationary myself. I don't stay still in a place. I'm busy rotating and revolving. So how will I be able to educate a child? And then Anjani says, that's okay, even my child will move along with you and he will learn. Now, to me, one of the interesting points is that while we know based on all these images that we get from the telescopes and the satellites that the sun rotates and revolves, it seems to be that it is already written in the scriptures. We've already known this for quite some time, and this story to me reflected that. So Anjaneya gets educated by Suryadev, and at the end of the education, Anjaneya says, Hanuman says, can you what is the fee that I need to pay for you? Because back in the days, whatever you're learning, you have to pay a fee for it. It could be any form. It could be service to the teacher, or it could be cash or kind, and so on. So Suryadev says, no, 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 you've been a good student. Given that you're a naughty child, you've been a very good student, so I'm happy. I don't want any fee. But Hanuman insists, and finally Suryadev says, okay, I will have another child on earth called Sugriva, and you will have to be with him, support him throughout. So from then on we know that Hanuman even became the minister of Sugriva and was always with him. We know that from the rest of the Ramayana. So that's the story which I thought was quite interesting. Now we'll get into the sloka. Mano-Javam Maaruta-Tulya-Vegam, Jite Buddhi-Mataam Varissttha, Vaata-Atmajam Vaanara-Yuutha-Mukhyam, Shriiraama-Duutam Sharannam Prapadye. Some people say Shriiraama-Duutam Sirasa Namami. They are almost equivalent. You are just surrendering yourself. I seek refuge in Sri Hanuman. So the last line, Shriiraama-Duutam, Rama-Duutam refers to messenger of Sri Rama. So I surrender to the messenger of Sri Rama, which is Maruti or Hanuman, whatever name we want to call. Mano-Javam Maaruta-Tulya-Vegam refers to how fast he was like wind and how swift he was like our thoughts. Our thoughts come swiftly, don't they? So Hanuman was comparable to that. Jite Buddhi-Mataam Varissttha. Jite is one who has conquered his senses. That is what Jite Indriyam refers to. And one who has who's honored for his intelligence and wisdom. Vaata-Atmajam Vaanara-Yuutha-Mukhyam. Vaata-Atmajam Vaanara-Yuutha-Mukhyam refers to him being the son of Vayu Bhagwan and being the chief of the monkey army, forest dwellers basically. So the last line, Shriiraama-Duutam Sharannam Prapadye. I surrender to the messenger of Sri Rama. So that's the sloka I wanted to share today. You can meditate on this. You can keep chanting this repeatedly. In my view, what we now call positive affirmations, that's essentially what slokas are for. So if you pick a sloka in praise of the deity that you are really able to relate to, then chant those slokas over and over and over to give yourself some positive energy. So let's look at the sloka once again before we finish. Manojavam Maaruta-Tulya-Vegam, Jite Buddhi-Mataam Varissttha, Vaata-Atmajam Vaanara-Yuutha-Mukhyam, Shriiraama-Duutam Sharannam Prapadye. If you like this video, please like, share, and do follow us on Facebook, as well as subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and please leave your comments. I would love to hear from you. Thank you very much. See you in another video. Bye-bye.